again, everyone. Edwin Order back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about Saturn conjunct the South Node in a natal chart. Now, some of you may remember when I first started my YouTube astrology channel, I did a series on the aspects in the natal chart. They're a little bit concise. Some people may refer to them as snappy. So what I decided to do is make another series on them, in which the videos would be a little bit longer and more descriptive. So anyway. First thing up is if you have Saturn conjunct the South Node in a natal chart, there may be a tremendous powers of concentration, which is Saturn, on matters pertaining to your past, which is the South Node. Now, let's say, for example, if the South Node is in Capricorn, the matters pertaining to your past may simply be connected with your past career ambitions, may be associated with matters of structure, discipline, things you did consistently. Maybe there were things that might have been maybe you were pessimistic about. It could have been maybe things associated, field associated with Capricorn. Whether art it could be architecture, construction, information technology, dentistry, accounting. It may have been, dealing, with some kind of authority or issues, with authority. As some examples, mentors, even. Now, also, too, another way this aspect may manifest in the natal chart is that matters associated with things you're trying to get away from, which is the South Node, may require much industry and hard work, which is Saturn. Now, let's say if you have the South Node in Leo as an example, those things you may be trying to get away from. It could be some kind of attention seeking ventures that really weren't serving you, that much purpose. It could be getting away from the negative qualities connected to the South Node, just being overly maybe bombastic or flamboyant or arrogant, even as some examples. It could be to another way that this aspect may be expressed in the natal chart. It could be where you may be naturally proficient, which is the South Node. The South Node reflects what one could actually be naturally proficient in, and those things can include politics, doing government work, business, accounting, or even mentoring, which is Saturn. Now, let's say if Saturn is an Aquarius as an example, you may be someone that's, if you have the conjunction in Aquarius, you may be proficient in mentoring. It could be astrology or astronomy, computers, electronics, aviation, innovation, new technology, meteorology, or even rocket science as some examples. And also, too, Saturn conjunct the North Node, the South Node in the natal chart may also be expressed in having a natural built-in ability, which is the South Node, um, that may be connected again with politics. It could be government work, business, accounting, mentoring, um, as some examples, or something associated with structure, such as construction, as some examples. Now, let's say if the South Node, let's say it's in the conjunction is in Virgo as an example. This may be flavored with more precision and organization, and done in a more systematic, methodical fashion, being more detail oriented, as some examples. And also, too, this aspect may be expressed where at some point there may be some removal, which is the South Node. The South Node is about less and going away from. So there may be some removal in some instances, again, connected with the South Node, that may be associated with the knees, the bones, the joints, the hamstrings, or the gallbladder, which is Saturn. Now, the thing, about this. This. I mean, let's say for example, if the conjunction is in Aries, it may be done. If there's a removal connected with what I stated before. It may be done in a very abrupt, spontaneous manner. If the conjunction is in Taurus, it may be more methodical or deliberate. As another example, Capricorn can be something that may be well planned ahead of time because Capricorn energy is about planning and premeditation. Also, too, at some point you may need to leave behind, which is the South Node, some matter associated with the father, older people, and authority figures, which is Saturn. Because it could be that, one or more of these people may be having some negative impact on your life, or some, for whatever reason. The connection may be to your detriment because it might be prohibiting you from doing what you need to do something else with your life, and maybe pursuing your North Node energy. So the thing about this is, let's say, for example, if the Saturn is in Leo, one or more of these people may actually be a Leo Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, or simply embody the characteristics of the sign. It could be those that are very generous, magnanimous, chivalrous, courageous, um, fiery, extravagant, charismatic, but at the same time maybe overly domineering, arrogant, bombastic, and egotistical as well. Also, too, at the same time, those people that I just mentioned may play an integral role in what is needed to be left behind, which is the South Node. Now, if the South Node is in Sagittarius, as an example, what may need to be left behind, it could be, it could be issues, being overly, it could be extravagant or self-righteous or some kind of foolhardy behavior. It may be looking at one philosophy, to the expense of others. Because naturally, if you have your South Node in Sagittarius, your North Node would be in Gemini, and the North Node in Gemini could indicate your future being tied in with having more manifold beliefs and being open more to various ideas and viewpoints. Now, another thing about Saturn conjunct the South Node in a natal chart is that there may be much responsibility, which is Saturn, toward those that may have figured prominently in your past, which is the South Node. Now, let's say, for example, if the South Node is in the zodiac sign Cancer, those people that figured prominently in your past, one or more, may actually be a Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or simply embody the characteristics of the sign. It could be those that are very nurturing, caring, dedicated, devoted, protective, introverted, sympathetic, tenacious, but at the same time may also be very fickle, moody, and temperamental as well. Now, also, too, Saturn conjunct the South Node can indicate where the first half of your life, which is the South Node, may involve much hard and laborious work and industry, which is Saturn. Now, let's say, for example, if Saturn is in Scorpio, hard work may involve, could be working with trash or refuse. It may have to do with working in some kind of doing recycling or something that involves, making a major change or transformation. It could be dealing, with crisis issues, upheavals as some examples. And also, too, another thing about this aspect is that it may restrict, which is Saturn, the expression of the overdeveloped and redundant qualities that's connected with the South Node, which may not necessarily be a bad thing. Um, Now, let's say if the South Node, is in Pisces, as an example, there may be over idealistic qualities connected with this, or being maybe just constantly dreaming about things, and overlooking transgressions, to the point where it could actually be to your detriment. The South Node in Virgo may have the proclivity to overanalyze things to the point where it doesn't need to be analyzed anymore. It's like seeing the Dwad within the Dwad in an astrological placement. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edward Rue saying stay well.